strategy. How do I know somebody's buying strategy? Let me give you an example quickly. Hello, sir. How are you? Well done. This one. Wow. Man, this Lagos weather is interesting, isn't it? Wow. Well, I like your t-shirt. I like the fact that you combine nice colors with nice whatever. What am I trying to do? Someone say rapport. You don't go straight to the business so they don't catch you. See, I don't have time. I want to sell Trego. No! If you want to know about somebody's buying strategy, there's something around them that they bought recently or some time ago. Find out how they bought it. Without telling them that's what you're looking for. Talk to someone and say, wake up, your Trego is about to rise. Wake up. That's what it is. Say, your Trego business is about to resurrect. Touch somebody and say, touch. They will get the form and be the push of it. See that guy who sit down for that side. When I say push, you say, innocent, how did you know? I've been trying to touch his face. Wake up! Strategy. Know your buying strategy. So come. Nice shirt. Your combo. Very interesting. Nice wristwatch, by the way. How did you buy this wristwatch? What made you buy this wristwatch? Was it something you saw? Was it something somebody told you? Was it something you heard? Was it how you felt on your hand? What did you buy it? That moment when you were about to buy it. You saw it with someone. Wow. He has revealed two things. He saw it, and somebody offered, and he had a need for it. Now, before I even go into that, first and foremost, business back in the days depended on people's having a need. Today, the best Trego sellers speak to their clients, and their clients see the need, they create the need in the customer, and then the customer asks for the product. You don't come and say, do you need this thing? They'll tell you, no. You make people, you create the need, then you solve it. With style, with rapport skills, you create the need. You don't go straight to the point. So he told me that he saw it. Can you see that he's a visual buyer? But some things were associated. He saw it, it was offered to him, and then what? And there was a need. So I now established the fact that I need to create a need, and then I did say to him that, I knew it. I had something that I want to show you that would, and I showed you because he needs to see it. Somebody else will say, my friend was talking about it. Then I heard and I said, what watch is that? See, he has told you he's not somebody had to. Are you hearing that? Okay? I was with my friends and I took it that I liked it, but my friends advised me that it was not good. So I took this other one that they said, you can see this person depends on people saying and then hearing. Can you get that? So you can know these strategies in different ways. You know people's buying strategies. Is that clear? Yes. So you can know whether they are visual, auditory, kinesthetic, or auditory, digital. Know their buying strategies. Then fulfill their buying strategies. Then do what? Fulfill their buying strategy. Fulfill their buying strategy is where you meet them and give them as they said that they wanted any product. Okay? People have a tendency to give people what they need and how they need it. The best salespeople who will raise their game in this business are those who will give people the way the people say that they want it, the way that they mention that they want it. Do you get that? So you have to be that kind of a Trego person. Give the market what the market wants, the way the market says that the market wants it. Not the way that you want it. We're always presenting to people the way that we want stuff presented to us. No. Meet people where they are and respect their model of the world. Is that understood? Very, very important. So, fulfill their buying strategy, and then when you are done that, know and get rid of your own personal limiting beliefs, limiting decisions, and move forward. The last thing I'll do as I sit down today is to get you. to realize that with every industry, if you are not persistent and radically pursuing the goals that you have set for yourself, nothing will happen. Some people have had small results. Your biggest enemy is the result you achieved with this business yesterday. Because you keep telling people, like our father used to say, man, my father used to tell me, when railway first came to our place, I was one of the first people who saw the white man poop. My father is telling me how he saw the white man poop. And I'm asking myself, this man called Dangote, he was born around the time when my father was born. My father is telling me about. Am I talking to somebody? You're telling stories. But my father said to me, innocent, you never amount to anything. Unconsciously, I made a decision to prove my father wrong. Listen to me, not copy this. I made a decision, sir, to prove my father wrong. And I didn't know it. My father said, you never amount to anything, blah, 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 blah. So I wanted to succeed so I could prove my father wrong. What is your reason for success in this business? There are two things that will motivate you to do well in this business. It's either you have one of these two kinds of motivation that I'll tell you, and I won't sit down. There's a motivation called a towards motivation. Going towards. There's another motivation called an away from motivation. You're going away from. Towards motivation and what? Away from motivation. What's an away from motivation? Away from motivation, I ask you, why do you want to succeed in your whole business? This person who has away from motivation will say something like, I did M&G business. I didn't succeed. I want to succeed in this one. So that people will see that. See, you are trying not to repeat with past failure, so you are running away from that. Okay? Why do you want to succeed in this business? Someone says, I have been, or if you know where I grew up in Ajebule, oh boy, the people where I grew up in poverty. I vow that I'll give my children a better life. I don't want that kind of life again. So you are running away from the kind of life that you consider poor, that you consider small, that you consider very belittling. Okay? You ask me, why do you want to do this business? Why do you want to succeed in this business? Their motivation is to say, I saw that man do well. And so me too, I want to do well because I have been in this place where I'm being too small for too long. It's an away from motivation. You're moving away from something. Away from motivation is a good place to start any journey, but it's not a good reason that will hold you to go very far. The reason why some of you have produced mediocre results in this business is because your motivation has been away from what you are running away from, what you don't want to suffer, what you don't want your children not to have, what you don't want people to say. That's why if you listen to most of us Nigerians, most of our prayer is, let my enemy live long and see what God will do in my life. It's everything that you are running away. You want to prove that may be a good thing to get you off the ground, but it's not sufficient to take you very far. The people who succeed in this business are people who have a vision to go far. And away from motivation would not cut it. You know what will cut it? Let me share this with you quickly. Towards motivation will cut it. Away from motivation, you ask people, why do you want to lose weight? He said, I want to lose weight so that I will not die. That's away from motivation. Why do you want to use triple business? Because the products are good and I will not die early. It's away from. It's also how you sell the business to people. See, away makes it sometimes a bit of away from, but put some towards motivation. What's towards motivation? Towards motivation is when you ask me, why do you want to make money in this business? They say to you, man, I like to travel the world. I like to see places. I like to have a big mind. Notice this person is not running away from you. It's a lot of what they are looking forward to doing. I want to have options. I want to have freedom. I want to be able to create this. I want to sponsor missionaries. I want to pay school fees for the poor. It's not about that. It's about where they're headed and what the options they want to create. Did you hear that? So, when I ask you, it's not the answer you give me nice and tidy that makes it away from our towards. It's when you are under pressure and you don't know what I'm about to ask you and ask you why you're doing this business. or the motivation that lifts you up from the bed. Some people will not do this business until they are broke. So the moment they start to get some cows and they relax. Until they are broke again and they start to do, then they relax. That is called mediocre results. It's not consistent. The people who succeed in this business will not go far that way. They will not hit the multi-million-dollar mark. Do you realize that the world's currency is not naira? You see, when I was born, my parents were so poor and disorganized, their home was shattered, that my mother, in order to breastfeed me, had to go and scavenge from the dustbin. Although the dustbins of the 70s were a bit better. Sometimes you try to comfort yourself. My mother had to eat from the dustbin in order to have strength to breastfeed me. Today, things have changed. Things have changed a whole lot. My wife and I and our kids travel the world. I don't like that my daughter is here and hearing the story. Because our parents did so well to regularly remind us that when they were 16, like us, they trekked for 16 kilometers. I don't want my kids to hear this suffering story. There's a part of suffering I like to share with them to earn what they get. But the suffering story leaves people with limiting beliefs and decisions. I want them to dream of what is possible. What is holding you back from this business is a lot about what you thought was capable in your growing up years. What you saw, what you heard. Most of us, what we heard was, we can't afford it. Do you think money grows on trees? Do you want me to go and steal? We heard scarcity. We didn't hear the idea of abundance. For you to make it big in this business, you must circle yourself with team members who are talking abundance, dreaming abundance. You must read books about abundance, hear abundance. Like my sister said earlier, you must do that so regularly so that your old way of thinking will disappear. There is no other way out. You must surround yourself with people who are talking and dreaming and doing abundance. You left home, you thought you were delivered from Saturday, you went to school. Then they started teaching you. One day the economic teacher showed up. He said, there are scarce resources. Finally, one day you graduated from secondary school, you went to the university. Then you started to work. You joined the Ministry of Information. The head of the department came and said, see this year's budget. Everywhere you went to, the world and the systems make sure they remind you that things are not in abundance. Do you think that the creator of this universe was stupid to create us and not get provision of the more than abundant for us? If you who are evil know how to have good plans for your children, how much more? You don't know who you are. You don't know whose you are. You don't know where you're coming from. You don't definitely know where you're headed. I came to remind you that you must go back to those things and beyond that help you to push the boundaries of your beliefs, your values, your decisions, your memories, your attitudes, and everything so that you achieve the results that your father didn't achieve. See, there are 3 questions all through the last many generations that people have to answer in order for them to be the most rewarded, the most gifted, the most powerful. 3 questions. Many thousands of years ago, the question that the most successful people answered well and it made them prominent and it made them successful was the question. They provided an answer to this question. The question was, what do you do? In those days, to be successful, you have to say, I am a farmer, I am a plumber, I am a driver, I am a this. You have to say what you do. I'm an architect, I'm a doctor. However, those generations passed till today. When you ask people, what do you do? I'm a triple seller. I am a civil servant. That was useful 30,000 years ago. It's no longer useful today. A generation arose that had to answer a different question. A different question that empowered people at that time when you answered it appropriately. The question was, who do you work for? Who do you work for? That's what people said. I work for Mercedes-Benz. I work for MTN. I work for Caterpillar. I work for Trevo. Where people work gave them esteem. Unfortunately, till today, there are people who are, who's that your boyfriend? He works at the Ministry of Justice. I asked you who he is. I didn't ask you where he works. Have you ever been intimidated by somebody who is telling you that they're their boyfriend, their husband, and their doctor? You ask, who is your husband? I say, he is a doctor. No! I'm not asking what he does. And by the way, that person has an identity crisis. You understand what I'm talking about? Today, 2017, and the years surrounding this year, if you want to succeed in this business and in life, you have to answer a different kind of question. The question is, what problem can you solve? There are a plethora of problems that your problem can solve. Every day people are crying to you, I have a problem. You're not looking at which of the problems the problem can solve. If you're looking for which problem the problem can solve, you will sell and sell and sell. You will not sell. People will pursue you and pursue you and pursue you and pursue you and pursue you. There is nobody who is going to drop success at your feet in this business. You have to pursue it. You have to remove excuses. And there's something about Nigerians that pains me as we try to do these businesses. We don't understand it. We think that by shoving and pushing other people aside and by capturing a particular place, we will succeed. The laws of growth and success has never changed. Not in travel, not in any other business or sphere. What you want to happen to you, do unto others. That's the golden rule, right? It has never changed. I noticed this in other businesses that I did. That some people call themselves hustlers. Some people just got into unecological practice. And it would appear to be paying temporarily. But it does not last. Show me a man. See, money hates bad masters. Money hates good. Money is a very terrible servant. Once money sees that you are not sustainably creating it, multiplying it, and making more of it to abound through ecological and ethical practices, it runs away from you. It doesn't care whether you're a Muslim or a Christian. Money hates bad masters. If you don't, your temporal growth and massive explosion will remain that temporal. In the long run, you will collapse, or like my friends in the north say, you will collapse and you will. I wanted to say die. Change my mind. The business will die. This way. I'm hoping that that's not who you are. See, today I make a vow before you. Well, I am going to be going around with an invisible koboko after I leave this place. There are things that will be said after I leave that will be so important we need to hearken onto them. And there are things that I have shared with you. God forbid, as I go about my life, if I meet any of you on a pension queue, that koboko is for you. I am hoping I will never meet you there. You have every reason to push this business to where this business has never been. You are a cause. Is that you I'm talking about? Let me see your hands, come on. You are a cause. You are not an effect. You are that person who looks for how to make things happen and takes away all of the excuses. And that is you. If it is to be, it is up to you. It's not up to your team leader. Everybody here is a salesperson. Everybody here must be grown to be a leader. Develop yourself. Look for personal development. Remove all the excuses. Step forward to the plate. Take the bullets. Grow. Make this business happen. Push Nigeria the way nobody has pushed network marketing in this nation before. Everybody here must be a salesperson. And everybody here must grow. So get out there and achieve the results that their great grandfathers never ever thought possible. I want to talk to you about how to set your goal, but my time is up. Your goal for the next 6 months, the next 12 months. But I'm hoping that one day soon, I will see you again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vincent.
I run an agency called Ezra Pearl. I'm the lead strategist there, and it's a digital agency. So some of our services include handling digital marketing for various brands, and digital marketing is quite vast. So social media management. Okay. Social media management, running of ads online, a little bit of PR for various brands and various businesses is what I do. What else? Certified Global Digital Skills Trainer. I'm also certified digital business manager, and the women will lead for Google Business Group here in Lagos, Nigeria. I started digital marketing in 2013 as a youth corper. So I'm going to tell a very, very short story. I don't have limited time. A very short story about how I got into digital. I always thought that I'll be that 9 to 5 chick. Like you go to work 9 to 5, you go down the career path, climb the career ladder from one company to the next, work with Chevron, work with Mobile. That's what I had planned for my life. And that's not what life had planned for me. So during NYSC, schools were on strike, and I was serving in Tertiary University of Education in Djibouti. And then an agency, digital agency here in Lagos, called me that they had seen my blog. Because back in school, I used to write, and what did I used to write about? Things that I was passionate about. And I'm mostly passionate about 3 things. So one, I used to write about my Christian journey. Secondly, I used to write about technology. And thirdly, I used to write about Nigeria or Nigerian youths. And they had seen my articles on my blog, they had seen my Twitter profile, the tweets. And so they invited me for an interview. And right there and then, I got hired. And what were they hiring me for? They were hiring me to be a social media manager. So at first, I said 2013, social media manager. I said, is that somebody's job? And they said, yes, it is somebody's job. I will pay you to do it. So that's how I started working in the agency. But I didn't work there for long because remember I said my dream was 9 to 5. So I moved on to a proper IT company, and then from there, this other agency still used to call me to handle some jobs for them on the side. And then after a while, I realized I couldn't balance both. Long story short, I quit my 9 to 5 job and then started they call it your side hustle. I started to pursue my side hustle. Before a mentor of mine said, you can take it up as a business, and so I took it up as a business. And here I am 4 years later. I have my staff strength is about 6 people. So it means I pay 5 other people salaries every month. As a result, I've had exposure with Google Nigeria. So I train for Google Nigeria as well. The reason why I'm telling you this is for you to understand how digital has helped me. Because, like I said, I started with Twitter and a blog, and then this is where I am today. So I hope that I'm able to run through all my slides, because it's quite interesting. Sorry, where am I supposed to point on? It's not good. Okay. So we're doing digital marketing and digital strategy. The internet stats, that's the current number of people who are on the internet today. We have almost 4 billion internet users in the whole world. The reason why I'm giving you these stats is I want you to think about your business, and I want to think about who your own customers are and how you intend to reach them. So from internet stats, how many of us use the internet? How many of us? Great. Is there anybody here who does not use the internet at all? Anybody? Nobody. So we're in these statistics. Now, in Africa, 26% of the population has internet access. 90% of Africans use the internet via their mobile devices. So, of these 26% that has internet access, so they are going online via their laptops, their mobile phones, different devices. But 90% of that number use their mobile devices. And then this is the estimated number of internet users by 2020. The reason why I'm giving you this stats, like I said, is for you to think about your business. Of this number, how many people am I trying to reach online? That's what you need to think about. So I'll talk about inbound marketing and outbound marketing. Inbound marketing is a kind of marketing whereby people are drawn into your business. You don't necessarily have to, you're not necessarily shouting or calling them. They just come on their own free will, or they see something they like, even without you shouting, and they come to meet you. And I'll explain further in the next slide. Meanwhile, outbound marketing is one directional. So, example of your outbound marketing is the billboards that we see on the road, our television screens. So that's outbound. Whereas inbound marketing involves, digital marketing. For instance, when you tweet or when you're on Facebook and you're typing different things, people see your comments or your post on their timeline. If it's interesting to them, they comment or they like, etc. So social media marketing. I'll start with Facebook because I think except if you are 24 and under, you're probably not on Facebook if you're on social media. So many of us are on social media. How many of us are on Facebook? Probably the same number, yes. I think it's the new generation that don't use Facebook at all. And 1.3 billion users, Facebook alone, 1.3 billion. See, when I see numbers and all of these things, honestly, I'm a serious businesswoman. The first thing that comes to mind is, how can I get these people to me? How can I get a certain fraction of this number to my own business? I will see that. So 53%, the number of people who are most likely or more likely to shop with a business they can message directly. So I'm sure many of us have tried to sell via Facebook. How many of us have tried to sell via Facebook? Okay, quite a number of us. And how many of us were there to instantly respond when people ask you a question on your Facebook page or send you a message? Some Facebook page, have you ever buzzed a Facebook page whereby they don't respond? They respond maybe 2 days later or 3 days later, and you're wondering, I've already solved my problem. And you're just responding. So you see, people would buy more from you if they're likely to respond faster to them. Now, with Facebook, I'm going to give you the site is facebook.com/business. Because I'm running through these slides, I only have 1 hour. I take trainings for a whole week and we go in depth and I show people how to do these things. But something you can read up for yourself is facebook.com/business. So it's Facebook for business. It explains to you how you can do Facebook ads. Facebook, you can monitor you can run ads on Facebook via Ads Manager, Facebook Ads ADS Manager. And if you go to facebook.com/business, you get to see how to do these things. Now, up until I think September or November, Twitter only allowed for 140 characters. So a tweet was 140 characters, but of recent, it is now 280 characters, according to Jack. Jack is the CEO of Twitter. Now, the thing with Twitter is, I see it as a place for thought leaders. So for your business, if you were to tweet with just 280 characters, to people who are interested in what your business or what your product could do for them, what would you be writing? What would you be typing? Would you not be saying, come and buy triple? For instance, they say that the attention span of the human being online is that of a goldfish. It's 8 seconds. So if within 8 seconds, you are looking at your timeline, it takes 8 seconds for you to know whether or not you want to continue watching a video, or you want to continue reading a post, or you are trapped. So it can get your attention, but it has to retain your attention. So what are you talking about online? How are you making your product or your service safe to the next person? There are these brands online. It's stated that the most successful or the people with the most followers on Instagram are mostly like average normal people are mostly motivational speakers. Mostly. Why? Like on a daily basis they give you word for the day. So all those things that when you see it, like, this just motivated me, or this just uplifted my spirit. You see, they are providing value to you. And if at the end at the end of 6 months, after doing all of this, they now eventually tell you that there is this seminar that they're going to be at and you should pay a certain amount of money to meet them. You will be willing to pay because you have gotten value from them. Good. So that's what it is with digital marketing and even with social media marketing especially. Now, I don't want to go into LinkedIn. I don't like to talk too much about LinkedIn because I think that most Nigerians or most business people in Nigeria, whether you have a 9-to-5 job or you're a business owner or whatever, we don't make use of LinkedIn properly. I know a lot of people who have gotten international jobs or international job offers via LinkedIn. And what did they do? Let me just give you one secret. So you go on LinkedIn and you look for somebody who you like to be like, somebody you aspire to be like. So for instance, I could go on LinkedIn and look for what's her name? Cheryl, what's that? I forgot her surname. The CEO of Facebook. So I can go to her profile and see how she has described herself and describe the things that she has done over the past few years. She has worked in this place, she has worked in that place, and use her words to describe my own experience. So I copy and I paste her profile onto my own Word document and I tweak it to suit my own experience, and then I put it on LinkedIn. You see, yesterday I was talking to a friend and she said that the company, even here in Nigeria, so it says companies have started even hiring via LinkedIn. Like here in Nigeria, somebody called her for an interview, blah, blah, blah. And it was because I had told her 2 months ago to go and edit her LinkedIn page. She was asking me, told me, I don't know how to make LinkedIn work for me. I've seen it work for people, but I don't know how to make it work for me. And I told her the same thing. So she went back home, sat down, and then redid her profile and got jobs and got job offers. So the same with business owners, or if you're trying to sell something to some people, that LinkedIn has something called LinkedIn Pulse, P-U-L-S-E, and it's basically their own blog. So when you write articles on LinkedIn blog, on LinkedIn Pulse, you can share those articles. You don't have to talk about a product. You don't have to show the product. You can talk about it and then invite them, for an offline session or a webinar somewhere to talk about the product then. But the first thing you want to do is to attract that number of people, attract that crowd first. Now, this is a really good tool. It's called Google My Business. And Google My Business helps you. How many of us here sell Treble via, a different business name? Maybe you have your own, maybe your own business, and then that's how you handle your own multi-level marketing. Anybody? Anybody? Nobody? Okay, one person. So what's yours called? What's it called? Just tell us for the sake of this class. Your name, just your brand name. Okay, that's really good. So what Google My Business does is, it's usually for people with physical stores. So if you have a physical store, you can register on Google My Business, and you're able to build your own website, free website. You're able to upload pictures to it. You're able to see insights. So how many people are searching for your business or searching for your product? Now, the reason why this is important is because when people are Googling things that is wrong, maybe how to cure a heartburn, you might have written an article and posted it somewhere, and it's included those words, how to clear a heartburn. And maybe, I'm not sure, maybe Treble is a product that can do that. And so Treble probably pops up, or your article pops up, and that person clicks on it, and as a result, the person buys from you. So what Google My Business does is that it helps people to find you, and it helps people to find you easily online. And you can register. You can sign up on Google My Business. Just Google My Business, and then just register your business. Very, very easy process. Now, Instagram. How many people are not on Instagram? Anybody here? Very few. Very few. Okay. But Instagram is very, very popular. Businesses are discovered 75% of survey respondents, they take action after being inspired by a post. So a post comes up and it tells you to either like or comment or share or shop now or there's an action required of you. So when you put up that post, I was going through Trevor International's Twitter page today, and I liked what I saw because I saw a lot of content marketing. So they're talking about the benefits of various ingredients in Trevor. And it was interesting to me because there were some fruits I've never heard of. So I was going through that and I was like, okay, and I was nodding my head. So they were not pushing the Trevor drink. They were pushing the content of the Trevor drink. For me, I was like, let's not, so that nobody comes to sell me. I already have someone to buy from me here, so that the rest of you don't come and attack me after this. But you get my point. They were not pushing buy Trevor. Like, you had the gala salad, buy gala. Even when I go home, the day I now hungry track, you don't see the gala salad. But you get my point. So, Instagram already shows that many businesses have a lot of 75% respondents when they have that they take action. 75% of people take action after a post, an inspiring post. So 80% of accounts on Instagram follow a business. How many of us here, if you're on Instagram, you follow one or two businesses? I think I follow more businesses than I follow people on Instagram. Me personally, I'm just saying. So many. And why do you follow them? Think about it. Because if you look at how people are successfully using social media, then you are able to successfully use it as well. So, I was saying how many people follow brands. I follow too many brands, honestly. From fashion to banks to advertising to food, because I'm a foodie. So I follow them and I see how they push content. So a fashion brand will tell you how to match this and this. Then they will eventually tell you where you can buy it. They will not say, come and buy. A food brand or a food blogger will show you how to make this and this and this soup. Is available on her blog. Check the recipe here, blah, blah, blah. But they will still let you know that, oh, I make this in bulk if you want to order as well. But on a daily basis, what are they posting? They're posting things that will add value to you. So you have to think about that first. Add value to your customer. It's not about selling. Well, YouTube. So YouTube is one of the highest places for search. So one of the highest places of one of the highest channels through which people search. So it's in the top 3. Google search and then YouTube. So most times when you search for things and they find, when you go on Google search and you type whatever is available, you see all, you see images and then you see videos. So most people, or 1/3 of people click on videos. I'm one of those people. So once I'm typing anything and I'm searching for anything, most times I just go to videos like, show me how to do it. I know that videos sometimes can be because you want it to look fine and the background has to be good. So it takes time. See, I have to invest in the camera and blah blah blah. But how many of us have heard of Lasisi Elenu? Oh yes, that is a great strategy. So he's a comedian on Instagram. How many of us have heard of Maraji? Okay, good. So they are comedians, and Lasisi wasn't out as a comedian. What he does is he takes short videos of talking about the various economic situation in Nigeria and talks about it from an angry civilian perspective. That's how we talk. And now his followership has grown so much in the past 1 month or something. Since August. He came up in August, but this past, he became super popular this past 4 weeks or 3 weeks. Sorry? Yes, and then he used a filter. You see, social media has already provided you with filters, various filters. So even in the background of what you guys know is, please put some filter on this, you'll be fine. And you can use your regular phone. So if you want to talk about various businesses or various things that you do, just use what you have to get what you want. There are many people who have have short series on social media. So they use the hashtag something, and it's a series that they do on a regular basis. So you see, the thing about social media is you have to be consistent. Once you start, you need to be consistent because you are building a followership, you are building an audience, and that audience subconsciously they are waiting for that day that you will respond. That your new episode. For instance, I don't watch TV. I watch YouTube. I'm always on YouTube. And I have a couple of series that I watch. So sometimes when I'm doing some type of way, I'm like, is it not Tuesday already? Why? Because I'm expecting a new episode of This Is It series, which is on YouTube. And it's done by Nigerian DT. Or is it not Friday already? Why? I'm looking for a new episode of Skinny Little Transit on YouTube. So, because they are consistent in all this additional content, I'm eagerly waiting for the next episode. I also watch some tech things as well. Those ones are serious. I also watch some tech things as well. So there's somebody else interested in wellness. There's somebody else interested in the fit farm industry in Nigeria. So you can find those people online. And how do you find them online? So I'll explain how you can run ads on social media. I said I need to do this. So if you're trying to run ads on Instagram, let me start with Instagram. You're trying to run ads with, let me start with Facebook. So if you're trying to run ads on Facebook, first you have to have a Facebook page. I don't think you can run ads yet with your personal page. Facebook is trying to do it. It's one of they are coming up with it, being able to run ads with their personal Facebook profile, but they haven't done it yet. They are still focused on the revenue part for business. So first of all, you have to have a Facebook page. Now, with Facebook pages, sometimes when you post, in fact, with all of your posts, at the bottom, when you send post, at the bottom you see a spot that says boost post. So even Facebook will tell you that you can boost this post with this amount of money and reach this wide audience. Now, it's not just about that. Once you click on that, there are options. So, you can put in whether it's male or female you are targeting. But male and female between what ages? Are they, if it's 50-year-olds, if it's 40-year-olds, that's your target audience. Put them 45 to this. Then where do these people live? If you live in Oba, for instance, then why don't you just target people in this area and sell to them? Then he also asks for the times you want your advert to show. It's there, and it's easy as 1, 2, 3. If you remember, I said that the place where you do this is on Ads Manager. So you go to Facebook, you go to Ads Manager, Facebook Ads Manager. That's how you run the ads. Now, it also shows how many people, the devices these people are looking at in order to view Facebook. Remember when I was showing you slides, I said 90% of people who use the internet in Africa do so via their mobile phones. When I run ads, I rarely, in the beginning, I do, show to desktop, show to mobile, then I see, go to Instagram as well. So I was going to go there for the Instagram. But I realized that along the line, like the first, I give it like 1 week. After 1 week, I go to check the results, the insights. You see that most people are viewing your ads via mobile. So most times I just stop it from running on desktop. Like, desktop, and I move on to mobile because I'm trying to be economical with the money first that I'm spending. And you can set your budget. You can run an ad as low as 1,000 naira. As low as maybe 800 or even 500 naira. We will tell you the number of people you can reach. You can reach those people. Now, same with Instagram. So you can run your Instagram ads on your Instagram page. So if your Instagram profile, if your Instagram is still a profile, personal profile, and not a page, how you change that is you go to the insights. You go to your Instagram profile. There are these 3 dots, 1, 2, 3 on the right corner, top right corner. So click on it and go down. Scroll. You see something that says switch to business profile. Click on that and you switch to business. But the thing is, to switch to business profile, you should have a Facebook page. Because Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same person, the same company. So there's that. And the thing that most people don't do, which is very, very important, after all this gibberish, running the ad, or doing anything, many people say, I spent 50,000 naira didn't work. I spent 100,000 naira. I didn't see any results. Go and check your insights. The data that they give you where you're going to add. So there's data, insights. When you look at that insight, you can see the type of people that looked at your ad. The type of people, whether they are men or women, is it more men or more women, more men or more women, where they looked at it from all parts of the country they looked at it from, or is it just Lagos? You know, the city they looked at it from. This way, the age bracket of people who saw it the most, people between 18 and 25, or 18 and 24, 25 to 35 or 35. You know, it's there. Now, what does this help you do? Because A and B, you can decide to run this person and this person, so we have two people. You can decide to run the same type of ads. And they go run it and get the same result. What differentiates both of them is what maybe Mr. A goes to do. He sits down and he filters that data and he says to himself, okay, so it seems like people between the ages of 35 and 45 are the ones who, you know, engage the most in my post. Maybe the next time I put up a post, I will tweak it to suit their mentality, like their psychography, how they think. For instance, you cannot be a tailor and you are sewing, you know, dresses for young people, say between the ages of 18 and 35, and you also sew for elderly people. And you put up two dresses, say a long dress that has long, full cover that my mother would wear, and then you expect you're not targeting it to, they're targeting it at ages 18 to 25. They will just scroll past your post and okay, I don't think it's for me. But put a different dress that has show me or something is showing, back is showing, leg is showing, you know, then they'll, oh nice, they'll comment, share. So you see, when you get all those results, then you know how to tweak it. So first of all, I'll show you when we're doing digital strategy, the things that you should put in place, you know, the psychography of the people you're targeting. So you need to decide. The world is large. I'll show you how many internet users. I hate when people say, when I ask them, who is your target market? Especially when it's food. Maybe when it's food. I say, who is your target market? Everybody can. No, everybody cannot be your target audience. You need to define your target audience. So, I'm a caterer in Ogudu, or I'm a caterer in Oba. Who is your target? Everybody. So you are telling them who is Lekki, they will leave Lekki that has all the food there and come all the way to Oba to buy from you. Really. You need to define your target audience properly. So their age, in fact, give them a persona, give a target audience a name. I do that a lot. So I create personas. So my person who wants to buy, who I'm targeting for my travel trip is a man. He is 45 years old. His name is Mr. Sally. Mr. Sally lives in this certain area. He lives in Oba. Okay, he has a 9 to 5 job and he's always stressed. He's on the road between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. trying to get to the office. When he gets to the office and he goes on his mobile device, maybe he's driving, he goes on his mobile device, he's going to go and check scores of the match. Where does he go to? Goal.com. Live scores. Good. So, what else is he interested in? He's not interested in football. When it's time for lunch, where does he eat lunch? He sends the boy in the office to go and buy him lunch. Okay, but during that time, when he's online, what else is he doing? Oh, he checks his Facebook. Around what time does he check his Facebook? That's lunch period, between 12 o'clock and 2 p.m. So, you that are targeting ads, you know the time to schedule that ad when you're doing it, between 12 and 2 p.m. You have taken data, people's regular lives, to plan your own adverts. So content marketing, I've already talked about this. I don't diss traditional marketing because, well, it helps, or it has helped thus far. But I'll still say that content marketing gives you more than traditional marketing. For instance, the billboard on Dead Mainland, the only reason that very, very big one that is always very bright at night, the only reason why I see that billboard at night, I don't see it during the day, is because it is too bright. And sometimes when I'm trying to turn on that towards Harbour Macaulay, what's that road called? That's towards the other side. It's very blind. Like, don't be looking. Like, please don't blind me. I have to see the road. And that's the reason why I pay attention to that billboard. But half the time, when I'm passing on that road, I don't pay attention to it. Or sometimes, because it's a digital billboard, they slide. There are different types of adverts that show. So they might be talking about Gouda. I don't drink Gouda. So that advert is not for me. Meanwhile, there might be an ad about something that is important. Maybe there is sales or more for Africa. It's a third advert. But when I was looking up, it's Gouda advert I was seeing. And I passed. When I now passed, that's when the more for Africa ad is showing. So that's the thing I was saying about traditional marketing. But with digital, so if I run, for instance, if more for Africa runs an ad to somebody like me, they'll probably target maybe Bella Nigeria because I read Bella Nigeria on my mobile. So when I'm there, the ad will pop up at me. Or they target Instagram because I'm always on Instagram 24/7. Or they target a YouTube video that will come up on one of my favorite series. So when I'm saying all these targets, I need you to put yourself in that shoes. So, okay, this is where I target, this is where this person goes. So I need to understand that even here, there's the market for fit farm people. There's the market for older people who are going through real life, problems. So which one? What's your own market? You can't do everything. You need to focus. So yeah, the different types of content. The last week I was talking about auditory and all of those. So yes, types of content. Images, video, music, podcast, articles. These are different types of avenues in which you can reach your customers. So how do you intend to reach young customers? So for people who are doing the Fit Farm life, for instance, my sister is on that Fit Farm journey. And I know that as she drinks, so she was saying, I think she went out one night because I saw her Instagram post or her Insta story. She was saying, there's so much carbs in this cocktail. So she now googled healthy cocktails. healthy cocktails. And I think a cocktail came up. And so she posted that, oh yes, I've seen my new drink. Meaning every time I go club, every time I go out, this is what I will drink. So that target market is different. So for you, what are you doing? So for what type of content are you pushing about your own products? Is it pictures? Is it articles? Is it audio? Is it videos? Depending on your target audience. So I was going to do responsible design. Right now, this does not really affect us because all of these platforms, like social media platforms, and all of these, they're already in line with responsible design or content marketing. Bruce Lee, I believe, was the person who said this. You put water in a cup, it becomes a cup. If you put water in a kettle, it becomes a kettle. If you put water in the teapot, it becomes a teapot. Water always takes the shape of the container it is in. And that's how content is. Content is like water. So it should be seamless. So the desktop version of this website, same as we check on Treble, versus the mobile version. The mobile version, you need to remember this, and you need to take notes or be more observant about the mobile one. Because remember what 90% of Africans who go online do so via their mobile devices. Now, with the mobile, remember, we hold our mobile phones, most of us like this, one hand, right? And we're scrolling with our thumbs. So you should consider that and put that in place. Check it when you create your mobile version of your website. So whoever creates it for you, ensure that with one thumb, you can click on whatever it is that you want to. And you don't have to drag. There's some websites you visit that you now have to be pinching to expand. Very, very uncomfortable and difficult. So ensure that with one touch, the user is able to find what they're looking for. I think it's here. Yes. So user experience is very, very important. This is a good example of user experience. One-click signing. Most of all these sites, they'll tell you when you want to sign up, they'll be asking you or Google. Easy. Thank you. Take my password, take it for yourself. And I just click on it. So one click sign, that's user experience. Somebody came up with that because they realized that people do not like to be filling their whole life history when they're trying to sign up for something. So it might be on your blog or your website and you want to be able to collect whose email addresses. So just let them, make it easy and simple for them. Just type your email address here and you have access to this. Another example of user experience, I've already explained. Design for dumb. Ensure that people can click on whatever it is they want to click easily. Before I go on, another thing is for websites. Whoever is coming to your website, ensure that with just 2 clicks, maximum of 2 clicks, the person can find whatever it is they were looking for or they are looking for. Here's what I mean. Somebody who sells a baker who bakes cakes who bakes cakes. So we have different flavors of cakes. There's vanilla, strawberry, red velvet, chocolates, right? We have different types of cakes. Maybe it's round, square, tiered cakes, whatever it is. Now, I go on the website, I want to eat cake. In my head, maybe I want to eat, I like red velvet, so maybe I want to eat red velvet cake. And I want to order from this website. When I get there, the arrangement of the tabs should be 1 or 2 things. 1, when I get there should either be the various flavors of cakes, vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, blah 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 like that. So when I see them, I want red velvet cake, and I click on red velvet, then it shows me, okay, so red velvet, what do you want? Cupcakes, round cakes, square cakes, tiered cakes. So just 2 clicks, I'm able to click on it. So for you as well, whatever you might not be for this business, or maybe for another business I'm running, but ensure that with just 2 clicks, that person is able to do it. The other way would have been, maybe when I go there, I see round cake, cupcake, this cake, blah, blah, blah. And I'm interested in maybe cupcake, I click on cupcake. And then I see the options, vanilla, strawberry, red velvet. So my point is, when it comes to websites, with just 2 clicks, ensure that whoever is using your website has found the information that they came to your site for. Now, different types. So with online advertising, so we left social media, we're now going to online, other parts of digital. Digital encompasses everything. Sorry, digital is online advertising. But aside from social media, I'm going into the other parts. So now, we have Google AdWords. Google AdWords is the platform through which people run ads. So there's something called the Google Display Network, the GDN. And now, GDN comprises of various websites, whether Google, even Yahoo and Bing. So if, for instance, those little ads that pop up on your screen, great, we know them. They're called Google Ads. So Google Ads have the different types. So there are display ads, there are video ads, there are search ads, there are app ads. So sometimes there isn't an app like Facebook or a gaming app or whatever on your phone and an ad comes up. You can create those ads via Google AdWords. The ones that come up on your blogs, display ads, the ones that come up on YouTube, they're called video ads, and even on other platforms where you see video ads. All these adverts come from Google AdWords, and these platforms are super easy to use. Google AdWords just tweaked before it's very, very hectic and annoying to use. And as a result, I recommend AdWords Express. It's an easier version of Google AdWords, AdWords Express. It's almost like how you run your Facebook ads. So it just gives you options. What do you want to do? Are you trying to reach this number of audience? Are you trying to, is it brand awareness? Is it brand awareness,